I'm pleased to be joined at this week's show by the Executive Director of the New Jersey Clean Communities, Miss Sandy Huber. Sandy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And also our recycling coordinator, Pat Vella, who's been on the show before. Pat, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. And since you were on the show last, you have a new baby, right?
Yes, I did.
And the name?
Carmine.
Carmine is the new baby.
Named after his grandfather.
Named after his grandfather. And how old is he now?
He's 6 months.
6 months. Spanking new.
Yep,
That's
spanking new.
Is he up walking yet?
No, he's not.
Not yet. No, he'll get there. Well, lots of luck with Carmine, Pat. And one of the things that you do with us is the recycling coordinator. So maybe you first can tell us about what Earth Day cleanup is all about.
Well, it's a citywide cleanup. It takes place annually. This year it'll be held April 26th. And what happens is various organizations get groups of people together to clean up various areas throughout the city. They can be parks, streets, sidewalk. And the way the format of that day happens is we all the groups meet together in front of City Hall 9 o'clock that morning, and through the efforts of Public Works, we'll disperse the tools and the supplies, gloves, bags, whatever they need to do these cleanups. And they go about doing the cleanups, and then later on at the end of the day, we wind up at Carteret Senior Living, which is on East Jersey Street, and we have a luncheon and award ceremony there.
Now, Earth Day is actually April 22nd, right?
It's the
and
week.
It was started, but we celebrate it all week, and we try
Correct.
to encourage people to be kind to the earth during that week, like they should be every week. Sandy, the Golden Broom Awards. First of all, tell us, how did that get started?
Well, the Golden Broom Award started about 20 years ago when we started doing some cleanups in the city of Trenton. And we put together golden brooms for awards, and then that tradition has been carried on for many, many, many years. And with the coming of the urban cleanup team, we've continued the tradition of giving golden brooms to the people who pick up the most trash during a cleanup. Golden Broom has evolved in such a way, and it's become so important that we now, for only very special mayors, we present golden brooms. And I actually have one.
You have one here.
For you.
Which is a golden broom, because we do a good job in Elizabeth.
Absolutely.
I mean, Sandy, you always come to Elizabeth for this.
I do.
You do.
Yep.
And how do we
I love Elizabeth. And we've started our cleanup project. Geez, this would be the 4th year.
Yeah.
This is very exciting. One of the first cities to be part of our urban cleanup team project, which actually started in '03.
Was the city of Elizabeth?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So,
Pat, how many different groups are involved in Earth Day week or the celebration of that day?
On that day, right now I have registered about 12, 13 groups. To give you a better idea how many people are there involved in Earth Day, last year we had close to 300 people partake in the litter cleanup on Earth Day. And what I like to see about these groups, when I look through my list of groups, they're very diverse. They range in different ages. We have groups with children and students all the way up to college students from Union County College. We have senior groups like the one we have at Elizabeth Public Library. So not only are they varied in age, but they're spread out throughout the city, and we cover pretty much a wide range on the city. We have groups on the Elizabeth Seaport, and we have groups in Elmora. We have a lot of business groups that like to cover the business district, which is Broad Street, Elizabeth Avenue, and Elmora Avenue. And they're very diverse, and you have very different people, but they're all coming and heading for the same goal. They all want to clean the environment, and they all get together for Earth Day, and it's a lot of fun. It makes my job easy.
Pat, are these 300 people, are they all with some different group, or do some just kind of walk on and say, hey, I'm here to help?
We get a little bit of both. We have a lot of the groups that pre-register, and also we do have people that call me and want to get involved but don't have a group, so we can place them throughout groups, and sometimes they'll tell us what areas need to be cleaned, and they'll partake in that way.
What are some of the groups?
Some of the groups we have the Seniors Center, the seniors from Elizabeth Public Library. We have Union County College. We have Elizabeth Midtown Historic District. We have Elizabeth Avenue Partnership, Jonathan Phillips heads Groundworks Elizabeth. They get involved. We have various schools from St. Mary's to St. Pat's. Like I said, it's a wide range of groups.
Good. And Sandy, we spoke about the Golden Broom Award and how it got started. So it got started in Trenton over 20 years ago. Was that the mayor's idea, or was that a Clean Communities?
That was a Clean Communities idea, so I can take credit for that idea.
So it came from people like you. How long are you with this
Well,
group?
Clean Communities program actually started with the Department of Environmental Protection back in 1987, and I helped to start that at that time.
So you've been involved in a lot of these
but
cleanups.
In many years.
Many years.
Then there was a period of time when the state program did not really oversee the grants program, so there were some changes in that. And then in '03, the Clean Communities Council became a partner with DEP and Treasury to continue the oversight of the grants and public information and education as well.
Now, there's an unusual trash award that we do.
We really like this unusual trash award.
Yeah, you have to tell me about it. I'm not familiar with the unusual trash award.
We invite people to look for interesting, unusual, or educational pieces of trash during a cleanup. And it's a very competitive award. And people bring in really odd pieces of trash. We found that concept has been used throughout the state in some interesting ways. We've had students write essays about the unusual pieces of trash they picked up. So it's been an interesting...
Tell us about some of those.
Well, one student found a diary that dated back to probably, for that student, 30 years is a long time, and did an essay on the diary. So what they find is, and what we find is that trash tells a story about people, and who people are, and what they think, and how they feel. It's really has a social impact that's interesting.
That's one man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's right.
So, Pat, besides the cleanup groups, how else can people get involved in Earth Day?
Well, besides calling up and finding out about it, we're very fortunate that we always have businesses and different organizations that call us and want to be involved, but don't have a cleanup group. So, just for example, one of them would be like Wake Firm, who does have a cleanup group, but they also get involved and they donate water and beverages for the day. We have businesses like Waste Management and Regional Industries who will donate dumpsters for the collection of debris that day. And you can't forget Carteret Senior Living, because even though they don't have a cleanup group, while everybody's out cleaning and doing their areas, they're preparing the food for the luncheon, and they also donate the facility for the award ceremony.
Good.